Hi, this is Misham Faith and welcome to the review of the Sennheiser CX120 BT Bluetooth wireless earphone. And seriously speaking, this is one of the nicest sounding earphones for the price at which it is offered. That is, especially now, it's on sale for around Rs 1500, and if sound quality is the main thing you're looking for, then this is your best Bluetooth earphone for the price. And there are quite a few cons to this earphone as well, and I'll cover it at the end of the video. Now let us undo the box. Since I've been using it for a while now, the box is already open, so pardon me for that. The box is neatly laid out and looks great. The price mentioned is Rs 3490, which is quite high. The box states that it supports Qualcomm's low latency with 6 hours of battery life, and Sennheiser provides 2 years warranty on the product, although I think it's quite difficult to claim. So opening it, we see the earbuds itself wrapped in plastic, which I previously removed, and all the other parts are tucked underneath. We also get 3 sets of ear tips with one pre-installed on the earbuds, a tiny micro USB cable for charging, and some paperwork. Prior to this, I was using the Sony XB400, which I didn't quite like because it was producing an amplifier static noise during low volume playback or when the system information is read out. And for my very sensitive and keen ears, I didn't quite like it. But it had that crazy good bass which I loved from the start. Now coming to the earphone itself, let me start with the comfort. This earphone is made from normal plastic, but they look quite nice. They stay without falling off my ears even during long sessions, but the ear tip quality is very disappointing. They are made from very stiff plastic and doesn't blend in properly with the ear canal and has caused quite a bit of pain in my ears as well. So I swapped it with my older Sony ear tips, which was much softer, and now it turned out to be very comfortable. I personally opt for an ear tip size lesser than the size pre-installed on the earbud, so that it is closer to my eardrum and also provides a proper seal. One thing to note is that the earbuds are non-magnetic, so they might fall if being hung behind or over the neck. The earphone is pretty light at around 14 grams and does not pull your ears when worn. If you have any other soft ear tips lying around, then comfort shouldn't be much of an issue. Next, coming to hardware, this is where this device lags behind the competition. With Bluetooth version 4.1 and with only 6 hours of advertised battery backup and with micro USB cable, these days it feels like unacceptable, but it is what it is. There is also no information regarding the earphone driver size too, so I think it would be quite small, considering we have to raise the volume level a lot more than in some other Bluetooth earphones on this price range. The hardware buttons are placed properly to the right side and are distinguished nicely. The cable is quite short and hence it can be worn over the neck or just can be hung around the chin. So quite versatile there. The Bluetooth range is decent, but it's lesser than the Bluetooth 5.0 competitors. But the difference is not that much. There is also a red-blue flashing indicator light which lights up under charging, pairing, calls and low battery conditions. The connections are very solid and consistent during playback and no drops in sound is noticed. This device also uses a MEMS type semiconductor microphone, which is the same as in smartphones these days, and the audio via the mic is very good with good noise isolation. The battery takes around 1.5 hours to charge via the USB cable provided. So now coming to the main part of what I personally look for in an earphone, that is sound. The audio from this thing is simply awesome. The sound clarity, the stereo separation, the instrument separation and the overall sound stage is perfect and is very much enjoyable by almost all people. The overall sound is almost flat with a slight emphasis on the higher midtones. So the earphones sound like this out of the box without any equalization added. The bass is pretty flat without equalizer, as many people have complained, but with an equalizer it's a whole different story. This earphone is a very rare species in this price segment, having a frequency range from 17Hz to 21 kHz, which is found only in professional grade in-ear type earphones. Even the more expensive CX150 BT does not offer this frequency range, which means this thing can produce lower as well as higher tones beyond what our ears can perceive. So it's more of a feel than to hear. and those lower frequencies really shine when using an equalizer as a woofing thump, which can be very much felt and is much stronger than what the Sony Extra Bass XB400 has on offer. The one negative regarding sound would be that the overall volume is slightly lesser than the other Bluetooth earphones, and one has to keep the volume slightly on the higher side to enjoy the fullness. The shrill tones are also very much cleaner than that of the Sony's, which seems like it has boosted midtones. Overall, the sound is very good, and if an equalizer is employed, this can sound incredible. Now coming to the pros and cons. The pros being, it has excellent audio quality for the price. It is pretty lightweight to use and the microphone quality is very good. Now to the cons, the main con I would say would be the battery life. It only lasted for around 5 hours on my usage. And it has the Bluetooth version 4.1, even though it's not a big concern for me. Lacks low frequencies without an equalizer, and it still uses the old micro USB port over Type-C for charging. This would be the cons. So now to the final verdict, I conclude that this is the best sounding earphones for the price at which it is provided. And if battery life doesn't bother you, this would be a splendid deal. So thank you all for watching, and if you like the video then give me a like, and if you have any doubts or suggestions one can comment down below and I'll answer all of them.